A very good morning to all. In this video, we will prepare a new topic, that is continued proportion, which is a subtopic of proportion. Okay, so when the quantities or when a given number is said to be in continued proportion, let us discuss it. For example, we have three quantities like A, B and C. Let it be three quantities. So when they are said to be in continued proportion, if they possess this relation, that is A ratio B is equals to B ratio C, the second quantity of first ratio becomes the first quantity of the second ratio, then it is said to be in continued proportion. Is that clear? Now on further solving, what we will have now, A ratio B is equals to B ratio C. This is the condition for continued proportion, where A is the first term, B is the second term and C is the third term. Okay, but what we have A ratio B, that is the second term in the first ratio becomes the first term in the second ratio. Now ratio can be written as A upon B is equals to B upon C. Now on cross multiplying, what we will have, B into B is equals to A into C, which will further give us, B into B will further give us B square into A into C, or B is equals to square root of A into C. Is that clear? On further solving, we get B is equals to square root of A into C. Now for example, if it is asked to check whether the number is in continued proportion or not, so let us deal with one example. Let 2, 4 and 8 are the three numbers. Now we have to check whether they are in continued proportion or not. So we already know in continued proportion what we have, A upon B is equals to B upon C. Just learn it by heart. This is the condition for continued proportion. Now let us consider, let A is equals to 2, B is equals to 4 and C is equals to 8. Now by continued proportion, since we have A is equals to B, B upon C, A is 2, so 2 upon 4 is equals to 4 upon 8 is equals to 4 upon 8, that is 2 upon 4 is equals to 4 upon 8. Is that clear? Now again on cross multiplying, what we will have on cross multiplying, we will have on cross multiplying, what we will have, 4 into 4, that is B into B is equals to A into C. Now 4 into 4 will give you 16 and 8 into 2 will give you 16. Now since LHS is equals to RHS, if the condition holds that on solving LHS we get the same result as RHS, we can say that yes, the given number is in continued proportion, and if LHS is not as equals to RHS, then it is not in continued proportion. Now from continued proportion, let us move to mean proportion. Now what is mean proportional? Now since from this continued proportion we have A upon B is equals to B upon C, where we solved it as, and we got B square is equals to AC and B is equals to square root of A into C. Is that clear? Now here, what is mean proportion? Mean means middle term. Mean means middle term. So what is the middle term between A and C? That is B. So if it is asked to calculate mean proportion, that means we are asked to calculate the value of B by holding the formula B is equals to square root of A into C, where A and C is called the extreme terms, where A and C is called the extremes term. Is that clear? And B is known as mean proportional. B is known as mean proportional. Now let us take one question related to finding of mean proportion. Now let us consider a question which has asked that we need to find the mean proportion between 125 and 5. Okay, mean proportion means we don't know the value of P, and this is what we are asked to calculate. Now since the two quantities are given, so first we consider A is equals to 125 and C is equals to 5. And I told you mean proportional means the value of B, and from the formula of continued proportion we have B is equals to square root of A into C. or b square is equals to a into c. Now putting the value of a and c, we have a is equals to 125, c is equals to 5. That will give you square root of 625, and on further solving we will get b is equals to square root of 625 as square root of 25 into 25, which can be written as b is equals to 25, and hence 25 is the mean proportional between 125 and 5. So this is how we are going to calculate our continued proportion. We are going to check whether the given number is in continued proportion or not, and by this b is equals to square root of AC, we can calculate our mean proportional. Okay, one more thing, let us discuss for one more term, that is third proportional. If the terms are in continued proportion, then we have A, B and C as the three numbers. Here B is the mean proportional. If it is asked to calculate mean proportional, then you are asked to calculate B. And if it is asking to calculate third proportional, here C will be third proportional. Either you call it as C or the third proportional. So if it is asked to calculate third proportional, then we will find the value of C. And if it is asked to calculate, for example, let us deal with question. We have two number 2 and 6, and we are asked to find the third proportional. Third proportional means we are asked to find C. Now here A is equals to 2, B is equals to 6, putting the value for putting the relation of continued proportion, that is A upon B is equals to B upon C, and this is what we are asked to calculate. Now on cross multiplying, we have 6 into 6 is equals to 2 into C, that is 36 is equals to 2C, or C is equals to 36 upon 2, that is 18. This is how we will calculate our third proportional. Just go through the example, solve it by using the same relation. Thank you.